This is Black Radio, media. Hamzamo familia, welcome to the Black Fire Network Swahili Saturday classes. We do hope that you are doing well, and we are delighted that you have joined us in class today. Remember, each and every weekend we get together to learn some Swahili spoken and also a little bit of written, just with the aim of having a comprehension of the language, and not just a comprehension, but also really to have an appreciation of the language, because it will be much more easier for you to learn a language that you appreciate. Swahili is widely spoken across East Africa, but not just East Africa. We also do have Swahili speakers even in southern parts of Africa, places like Zambia as well. If you go to Zambia, which neighbors Tanzania, we shall also find Swahili speakers. Also in Rwanda, and even if you go to the DRC Congo, you shall also find many Swahili speakers in that particular country. I personally do have a friend from the DRC, and she actually stays in Goma, and she was telling me that in her country, you will find more fluent Swahili speakers than they are English speakers, because people in the DRC know English, but they are not as fluent in English as they are in Swahili, because Swahili is a Bantu language. And if you go even into Burundi, Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, and all these are different areas, and you'll find so many Swahili speakers, and therefore it's important that we also get to learn a little bit of this language for the sake of helping us connect, with the cultures, and also connecting with the people of all these particular areas. Recently, as recent as last year, about one in 2019, there was a memorandum of understanding signed between the government of Kenya and also the South African government, and this was also to introduce Swahili in South African learning institutions. And it's actually a good thing, because eventually we shall have many other different parts of Africa also getting to embrace the beautiful East African language known as Swahili. You can also call it Kiswahili. And in places such as Rwanda, when we were there with the Black Fire Network, we also happened to discover that you'll find even dukas or shops whose names are written in Swahili, and therefore you would have an idea of what is happening in that particular shop, like hotels, and other things like that, because we are one people, whether be it you're talking about someone in Tanzania or someone in Kenya or someone in Uganda. Before we did have the borders that were formed in Africa in 1884, people would actually move about very, very easy. Perhaps you could come from Kenya and go into Rwanda, or come from Kenya, go into Uganda, then perhaps cross into Tanzania without all these different restrictions. But after the boundaries were created in Africa, people were limited. You cannot be able to move from one area into another with that kind of an ease that was existing before then. We do have about 1,500 languages. On the wider African continent. And of course, for example, I always do joke about Cameroon and Nigeria. Cameroon has about 150. Cameroon has about 150 languages, and Nigeria has about 200 languages, because we do have about 200 different ethnic groups in Cameroon. And therefore, between these two countries, you do find about 350 languages. And you can also add on to that particular one, a country such as Ethiopia. Ethiopia has 81 tribes or 81 ethnic groups. And Kenya has 47. Kenya has 47 ethnic groups. And therefore, in Kenya, we do have about 48 languages, because we do have every group with its own language. And then on top of that, you can also add English, because the language, most of the countries, they did take after the languages that were spoken by the colonial powers. For example, all the Commonwealth countries in Africa, you'll find them also, taking up English as their official language in their country. Countries such as Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, Zambia, and all these other countries that were former British colonies, you will find most of these countries also getting to take up another extra language, which is the language of the colonizer. In a place such as Cameroon, the Cameroon are particularly somewhat different, because in Cameroon there are two parts of Cameroon, which is Ambazonia and of course Cameroon, which are also, both of them are that are parts of Cameroon. One larger part was colonized by the French, and the other smaller part was colonized by the English. And therefore, you do have one particular country having two official languages, but of course, the widely spoken is French in Cameroon. Before that, Cameroon was a German colony, and after the First World War, Germany lost almost all its colonies on the continent of Africa, and therefore they were taken over by either the British or the French, and that is how Cameroon came into all to be wrapped up in all that kind of confusion. Sister Nishpena, thank you so much for joining us on in class today. And you're saying hamjambo familia, happy jambo. The correct and proper way you should respond is really say happy jambo. If someone comes and says hamjambo to a group of people, you normally would respond and say happy jambo, which is we are okay or we are fine. That is how you respond and say happy jambo. You say happy jambo. If someone came to a group and said hello to a group, saying hello to a group of people, you normally would say hamjambo, and then someone would respond and say happy jambo. That is the simplest way of saying it. Of course, you can also say habari zenyu if you're saying hello to a group of people. You know, if you send hello to one person, you normally would say habari yako, habari yako, habari yako. That is hello, or how are you to an individual is how are you. To an individual, of course, to an individual. But if you send how are you to a group of people, you would say habari zenyu. You would actually say habari zenyu in Swahili, habari zenyu, because zenyu is, it puts everyone in that particular bracket. Habari zenyu, zenu or zenyu, habari zenyu. You can say habari zenyu or habari zenyu. Then it would be how are you? How are you to a group of people? To a group of people. And in case you forget zenyu, you can say nawasalimu. You can say nawasalimu, na ninawasalimu. You can say ninawasalimu, ninawasalimu, which is I greet you all. Ninawasalimu, I greet you all, and therefore you would say ninawasalimu nyote. If, for example, we have a tutor just came into class, and they would say ninawasalimu nyote, which is I greet you all. Nyote is also nyote or water. Let me just use water. You can say water, nasalimu water. Water is for all in a room. If you do find if someone says water means all. For example, using water, W-O-T-E, using water in for example, you're putting people into a group, or you're just generalizing, you're sending out greetings and you're greeting everyone, or maybe perhaps you're forgiving people. If you say nimewasamehe wote, wasamehe ninawasamehe wote, that is a phrase really to mean I forgive you all. I forgive you all. Let me just use something that is very, very much easy. For example, if someone just puts in the black culture, people say is water. Water is normally water. All nyote. Water or nyote. Nyote should not be confused for another Swahili word, which is nyota. Nyota is a star. Nyota is really a star. Please do not confuse nyote for nyota. Nyota is really a star. Nyota is really a star. Nyota is really a star. Talking about celestial beings, we do have a moon, the moon as well. Moon is mwezi. We have said sometimes back, moon is mwezi in Swahili. Mwezi is a moon, but we also do have the same mwezi, meaning a month, which is mwezi as well. So a moon, if you say the one mwezi moja, if you say the one moon, if you said mwezi moja, it would either be one moon or 1 month. That is actually how you would actually translate both. Either mwezi can be a moon, mwezi. It can either be a moon, or it can be it can either be a moon or the month. And if you're talking about the months of the year, like January, February, March, April, May, June, we do not have specific words for January, but being the first month of the year, you can say mwezi wa kwanza, mwezi mwezi wa kwanza, which is the first month, the first month, the first month, mwezi wa kwanza. You would actually say just mwezi wa kwanza. Mwezi in Swahili is also mwezi is also the moon, like I said earlier. But of course, Kwanzaa, I do believe most of us do know about Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is like the first, but we also do have the celebration. I don't know how many, if anyone highlighted the Kwanzaa celebrations, of course, which is the annual celebration of African American culture. I do not know what is celebrated exactly in the Kwanzaa, but for this one, which is Kwanzaa means the first. Kwanzaa means the first. But the celebration one has a double A at the end. But in Swahili, we do say mwezi wa kwanza. If you're talking about the second month, we say mwezi wa pili. Mwezi is the month. Wa pili, mwezi wa pili, which is the second month. The second month. We shall be learning about numbers and enumeration a little bit later on. But for now, I just wanted to do just sharing as a by the way, how we refer to celestial beings like the star, like the moon. We said nyota is a star. We said nyota is a star. And when you're talking about the moon, we normally do say mwezi. If you're talking about the star, does not have the star is a singular word. It refers to one star. But the star also does not have a plural. It does not have a plural. If you're talking about one star, you're going out and looking up in the sky at night, and you say you're looking at one star, it's nyota. Let me just put it down again. Nyota, it's a star, and that is in the singular form. Nyota in the singular form. But also, if you talk about the plural form, we shall be learning grammar later on, getting to, differentiate between the plural and the singular forms of words. But nonetheless, if you're talking about many stars, it's still nyota. When you're talking about my star, if, for example, you point up to the skies at night and say my star, you would actually say nyota yangu, yangu, which is my star. Yangu is a Swahili word really used to show ownership. Yangu or the relationship. Yangu means mine, all my. You can say my star. The star is mine. Yangu is used to show, a relationship, or it's also used to show ownership. Yangu. If you say nyota yangu, that is understood to be a star, and yours. If you talk about, if you lift up a pen like this in class, yeah, and you say my pen, if you say kalamu yangu, that is understood to be my pen. If someone therefore use some Swahili phrase or some Swahili sentence, say nipe kalamu, nipe kalamu yangu, nipe kalamu yangu will be give me my pen. In Swahili, if you're thinking about something half, you say nusu. Nusu is half. And mwezi is the mwezi is the moon. Mwezi is the moon. So therefore, I figure it would be nusu mwezi. Nusu mwezi nusu would be half moon. That is how I do believe, you can actually talk about nusu mwezi. And also, if you're talking about something being full, you say mzima. If you're talking about something being full, you can simply say mzima. Mzima is for something full. So therefore, if someone says mwezi mzima, And therefore, if someone says mwezi mzima, that would be a full moon, which I also believe would translate into a full month, in the language of Swahili. That is simply how you would actually say it. And of course, we do have something when you look up into the skies, which is just a thought that might cross your mind or might never cross your mind. If you walk up to, like for example, it's about 41 minutes past 9 p.m. in Nairobi, so the stars are already out. I don't know if you've ever looked up to the sky and I wondered to yourself, are these the same stars that I saw yesterday? All the other stars are taking a break and these are new stars? But anyway, talking about also the sun. The sun, we normally do call it the sun. We normally do call it the sun. We normally do call it jua in Swahili, jua. And even if you're having a hot day, and you want to say the sun is hot, the sun is hot, you normally do say jua kali. You normally do say jua kali to mean a hot sun. Hot sun. Normally do say jua kali. And even if you want to say that the sun is or you might say jua limewaka, jua limewaka sana. If you say sana, jua limewaka sana, that simply means the sun has, the heat has intensified. The heat has intensified a lot, or the heat from the sun has really intensified. Yeah, if you're having a hot day, you can say jua limewaka sana. If you're having a hot day and you're just saying, you're just having a conversation, you can simply say jua limewaka sana in Swahili to mean the sun is, it's too hot. It's too hot. Jua limewaka sana. Or if you're having a cold day, a cold in Swahili is normally as baridi. A cold in Swahili is baridi. So you can say kuna baridi sana. Kuna baridi na baridi sana, which is it's very cold. It is, or there is a lot of cold. There is a lot of cold, or it's very cold. You can simply translate it into that particular kind of word. Remember, we did say that in Swahili we do have 5 vowels. I always like to remind us that in Swahili we do have the 5 vowels, which is a, e, o, u. A, e, o, u. Equals the 5 vowels in Swahili. And every word in Swahili, each and every word that you might come across in Swahili, you realize that every word ends with a syllable that has a vowel. It ends with a syllable that has a vowel, either a, e, or u. For example, I gave an example earlier. Kalamu. I always like to use this particular example. Kalamu, which is equals to ka, mu, and therefore you realize that mu is a syllable. Mu is the syllable at the end. Mu is a syllable at the end, and it ends with a vowel. It ends with a vowel u. It ends with a vowel u. And every other word that you shall find in Swahili, let me just put it also on the screen. Kalamu. It is made of 3 syllables. Ka, la, mu. Ka, la, mu. And the mu, of course, ends with a vowel u. Ends with the vowel u. And I said we do have 5 vowels in Swahili, which is a, e, or u, or the equivalent of the English letter A, the English letter E, the English letter I, the English letter O, and the English letter U. And of course, our vowels and consonants make the basic, the basic part of any language. It doesn't matter what language that you may find yourself in communicating in, but you have to realize that the vowels and the consonants are very, very much important. For the consonants, the consonants include, in Swahili, consonants include include all the letters in the English alphabet. All letters in the English alphabet. Except for Q and X. You will not find Q and X in any Swahili word. Q and X in any Swahili word. And also, of course, you have to also deduct the vowels. And then you have to add plus the vowels, plus the vowels, plus the vowels, except for Q and Q plus the vowels. Then add a special class of consonants, special class of consonants, A special class of consonants, they constitute the special class of consonants. These normally do constitute things like, to have two consonants are combined together, like C and H. C and H. C and H is a special class of consonant. C and H. C and H is a special class of consonant. And therefore, for example, in the word chakula, we do have a C and H is a special class of consonant, special class of consonant, special class of consonant, special class of consonants, that is a C and H. We also do have S and H again, S and H. We do have D and H, D and H. We also do have T and H. We also do have NG with an apostrophe. That is another special class of consonants. And then we also do have something like, did I put in TH? Yeah, and CH as well. These are other special classes of consonants that you will also find in Swahili, of course, plus the normal consonants. Of course, then you have to exclude X and Q in that particular list. Kid is saying, Nish is saying Mambo Kid. I can hear you. I can hear you. Not yet. I still cannot hear you. I don't know what's happening on your end. Nish, can you hear? Can anyone hear Kid? I'm just wondering, can anyone hear him?
How about now?
Oh yeah, I hear you now.
I said Nish told me it's not. Spikes told me it's not mumbo. It's jumbo. He hit me in the back of the head and said, no mambo. Jumbo. Mambo's only sauce that I eat years ago.
Mambo is there. Mambo is there. It's a hello, but it's a how can I call it? It's a casual greeting, not really an official. You cannot really say mambo to the elderly. It's just like in the urban centers. In the urban centers, you can really say mambo, and it's just a casual kind of way. And then it's you respond and say poa, P-O-A, mambo poa. If someone says mambo, it's slang. It's actually slang. It's not really. You cannot go to an elderly woman and say mambo mama. That would be.
When she slapped me in the face or something, is it inappropriate?
No. I'm not saying it's inappropriate, but it's not just for the younger people. You can actually say mambo to someone, okay. Maybe for the younger people. It's like slang, you cannot. There's some slang words.
Mambo. Okay, mambo. Yeah. I told you. So I know I was always going around Tanzania saying mambo. People say po. Okay, cool. So I was just being funny when I said mambo jumbo.
So it's not mambo jumbo. It's not mambo jumbo. You can only use one. You can either say mambo and not add jumbo on it. You can either say jumbo and not add, you can say jumbo, and someone will just say jumbo.
Hey, have you heard the story about Sister Ya being a con woman, conning people and shit in Ghana?
Oh, I haven't. That's sad. That's sad. We had her on the show. Last year.
Yeah, we had a show last year. The year before last time we had it even last year. That was the year before last. It was 2019, I believe. But
then down the drain.
There's some allegations coming out about them scamming the Ghana. Don't look good. A lot of some credible people, credible individuals, credible people talking about, she's a con artist.
Yeah.
Anybody fuck with Lance Scurv always be conning. So I said. So and he said, they said her past is due. She's been caught in some scams in the past. She got ran out of the island, right? She got ran out of the Caribbean. She didn't just decide to leave. They ran her ass out and Lou were locking her up. They're gonna lock her up. She ran some scam down in the Caribbean islands where she had Fort, whenever she was in St. Lucie. One of them Caribbean islands, one of them black islands with us that we live on.
Mm.
And she got ran out of there because they're gonna lock her ass up and run some kind of scam. Oh my God.
That is why.
Yeah, she was disbarred. Yeah. She was disbarred. They disbar, and they don't disbar you for not doing that. They disbarred her for the scam. They disbarred her ass. She can no longer practice law. They disbarred her because of the scam down in the islands. She was disbarred. So she ain't been able to practice law since 2014. So they said there's this black investigative reporter out there, young lady from Houston. She's from Houston. This black young lady investigative reporter, when he said, family, I went to Houston. I wouldn't trust none of these bastards. Because she stayed in Sister Y'all's house out there. About these people are crooked as shit. They're all corrupt. She's talking about that ES lady is a scam artist. That ES brought up there in northern Ghana. Sister Y'all's a con woman. All these people. She says there's only one person. I don't know. She says some lady's a unicorn. Some Ghanaian African American lady came back. Something unicorn. Someone said that's the only one. I don't know about the unicorn lady. I don't know who that is. Something about a lady that's a unicorn. It's a black lady unicorn. I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. She said that's not what she would trust it, but all these other, because she's also supposed to be there with those K&K people, right? The fat, those fat people who went back to America. About they don't even got no snacks over here. You be hungry, God. They ain't got no snacks.
But that is a problem.
Yeah. She does. And so I hope you have.
Well, I'm just saying that is why many people lose trust even with our genuine people, because now you're not be able to know who is genuine, who is not genuine. Because
but she was talking about that investigative report. She's from Houston. She went to guns about tried to hook up with all these people. It's all con and scam. You buying land for these people to find out what's going on. Why I always said I'm a Tanzania kind of dude. I know the area there in Kenya. That Ghana, I don't be trusted. I don't be on people's parade. I don't be trusting none of that.
The problem is you might have some people that they did have a trust in the project, that she had a reparation of the project and perhaps invested their money.
Like the investigative lady said, they use it for their own hustle. The Americans that are going over there are fleecing out the Americans coming back who don't have no information. Sadly enough, most Black Americans going to use the other Black Americans as their grip in their hustle. She says they gripped and hustle. And you come over there, you don't know what's going on, and you got these expats that Americans that are robbing, fleecing the shit out your ass. She said, and the Ghanaian people, when they see you, they already see it. And I did experience that in Ghana, Tanzania, but not as bad as Tanzania, but Ghana I did. They see you as money. They're always going to run scams and heists. He's American. He's got some money. Go get some, But I'm not the kind of guy you can scam. I'm not the kind of dude you can scam, but all kind of special deals and all that.
I think that was what happened with the Bag family. They were trying to overcharge him to have the fence, to have the area fence. When he was trying to have the area fenced.
But they overcharged his ass. They kept coming back when they get paid. They kept getting back to, you pay me again. See, what are you talking about? I paid you front and I paid you behind. You don't get no more. Yeah, it's Ramadan. I need to get paid. Ramadan, I got to you get paid. I was laughing. They kept coming back to, every time about get paid. I always say, if you're wrong, our people will. Yeah, they didn't know it. They didn't know that she was going to show up there, Nish. She was communicating with these people. So she didn't tell them she was coming to Ghana. She was communicating with these people like for 2 years and stuff. And then when she said, hell, I'm in Ghana, they're like, what? If they know she's an investigative reporter. She said, of course, the K&K bus, they wouldn't meet with her. Like, no, hell no, we don't meet with you. Like I said, she stays in Sister Y'all house and then starts saying, con shit going on. no violence. Say ain't none of them tapped in with the government. Like she said, they're not even dealing with the government. It's fraudulent. You know, and there's always some still from expats going on. Sadly enough, you know, you're an easy mark. Because remember, they working from, like you said, they working from the guy from the Senegal to the Gambia to Ghana and I want to say Nigeria. But some fraud shit going on. One that other lawyer got caught. They arrested her in the Gambia. One of the people that associated with them, I didn't even tell you. They arrested that lady who's associated with Sister Yah and another goofball Negro in the Senegal. She got arrested in the Gambia, taking those people. She was stealing those expat money. She was building her own compound out there.
And you have to face the law at the end of the day. But nonetheless, it's a good thing when you give a caution, when you give you warn people what's happening, and just
yeah, you need to. It's hard to be honest, and like it's hard to know who's honest. Well, we had you guys on the ground. Like I said, after we came up to Tanzania, we were starting businesses and everything else. Everybody get a start, understand what we'll be doing in Kenya and in Tanzania. So we'll be starting businesses, and I'll have Spikes be running through the actual things of doing it. You know, it's sad that our people use each other as a mark.
Yeah,
We're gonna have to step up and put in work, man. These charlatans. Yeah, well, they've been called that girl from Houston. She's in France now, and cause she wanted to name names. What's her name? That Sister Yah. That Sister Yah. What's her name? Tanya. I don't think she knew about her history back in the islands. You go look this up. She's disbarred because of the scam she did in the islands, and it was a scam. Have you guys ever heard the It's called the blessing scam. When you run on Christians, it's called a blessing scam. Send money, get these blessings. And I don't work with these. I don't deal with these religious nuts. They were doing some kind of blessing scam down in the islands where she was at, and it must have been a lot of money because she was up to be DA of that island. She was up to be district attorney of the whole damn island. And they said for not to being prosecuted, just to walk away quietly and return those people money. So let me let Spice go ahead and finish teaching. I just wanted to say that, but
let me continue. Let me continue a little bit with the class, but it's a good thing that you give the family a heads up on what is happening. And Sister Monique, thank you so much for joining us in class today, as well as a wonderful golden heart. Thank you so much. Saying hello to Kieran Spikes and also Melanated Warrior, saying what Christians are getting scammed. I'm loving it. Anyhow, we were talking about the matter of some of the words that we do have in Swahili, even referring to, the celestial bodies. You were saying that in Swahili, we normally would say nyota for a star. And we also normally would say mwezi for the moon, and then we would actually have jua. Jua simply means the sun. These are the three things. We do have the sun, which is jua. We do have the moon, which is mwezi. We do have the sun, the stars, which is nyota, and then we'd have a distinction between the day and night. For the day and night, the day is normally mchana. The day is mchana simply. Mchana is a daytime, is a day or daytime. Daytime, it's actually the daytime. And of course, usiku is a night. Usiku is a night. So if someone says kuwa na usiku mwema, which is kuwa, K-U-A, na usiku is a night, usiku mwema, kuwa na usiku mwema, that would be have a good night, have a good night. If someone also did say lala salama is sleep well, lala, have used a particular one, lala salama is really sleep well. So if someone says lala salama dada, lala salama dada would be sleep well. But if also someone says amka vyema, amka vyema, that is a wake up. Amka is for wake up, so wake up well, rise up well. But nonetheless, I wanted to go back in the matter of the verbs that you were learning about last week. And before then, I just wanted to highlight or refresh for those of us who are joining us right now some of the things that you have mentioned about earlier. And we did say that, for example, if you're talking about perhaps let me get these that we mentioned a little bit earlier. If you're talking about greetings, if you're talking about greeting people and you're greeting a group of people, you can say Nina wasalimu, which is I greet you all. I greet you all. You can say ni na wasalimu. And ni, most of the time ni is used. It's normally either I or is. It's normally either I or is. So if someone starts with a ni idea, it means I want some help. But also, ni also is equivalent. Also, we can translate into can be translated into is. For example, you can say kalamu ni yangu. Kalamu ni kalamu. I'm using kalamu because I gave the example earlier. Kalamu simply means a pen. And if someone says kalamu ni yangu, someone says kalamu ni yangu, kalamu ni yangu, it means the pen is mine. The pen is mine, because ni translates also into is. Ni yangu, kalamu ni yangu, kalamu ni yangu. If someone says ni wakati wa kula, ni wakati wa kula, it means it is time. It is time to eat. It is time to eat. We were talking about some of the common, very, very common verbs in Swahili. We were saying that we do have a kula, which is to eat. We do have kunywa. Kunywa simply means to drink. We do have lala, which is to sleep. We do have amka, which is to rise up. We do have tembea, which is to walk. We do have ongea. Ongea, I've used it so many times because ongea is to talk or to speak. And ongea, of course, in most of the times I use it giving an example of the vowel o in Swahili. The vowel o, we have said that you do have 5 vowels in Swahili, but we also do have, the 5 vowels in Swahili. For example, the vowel o, it's used in the word ongea or ondoka. Ondoka is to leave. I've also used that particular one before. Ondoka simply means to leave. If someone says ondoka sasa, if someone just said ondoka sasa, it simply means leave now. Ondoka sasa, it simply means leave now. Leave now. Sasa simply means to stresses on now. Sasa simply means kula means drink spites. No, it doesn't. Ondoka sasa means leave now, and sasa, if someone says sasa, it's now. If someone says sasa, is now. And there is also an equivalent to what Kilo was saying earlier. Kilo was talking about mambo. If someone says mambo, it's a slang, which is hello. Someone can say mambo, which is a slang, and it's mostly mainly used for maybe perhaps people about 40 and below. And you can also say sasa. If someone came up to you and they said sasa, if someone came up to you and said sasa, you can also, sasa is also a greeting, it's a greeting, but it's normally in urban places, and it's sort of supposed to be also Swahili, especially in Nairobi. Someone can tell you sasa, and it's also a hello, but it's a slang. It's also a slang hello, and you would also respond if someone said sasa. You can respond. Oh, you said I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was asking. No, kula is for eating. Kula is to eat. Kula is to eat. Kula. Kula is to eat. Now, we normally do say kula chakula. We normally do say kula, which is eat food. Kula chakula, which is eat food. Eat food. If you're talking about eat meat, for example, if you're talking about eat meat, sorry, I got that wrong. Big tease. You're talking about eat meat, you would say kula nyama, nyama. For what you are asking about drinking is really kunywa. Kunywa is for drinking. Kunywa is a drink, and therefore you would, for example, say kunywa maji. You'd say kunywa maji, which is drink water. Drink water. You can also say drink tea, drink some tea. Therefore, that would be drink tea, drink tea. That would be kunywa chai, because chai is tea. If you're talking about drinking alcohol or drinking a beer, taking alcohol, drinking a beer, you say kunywa, drink a beer, take a beer, or just take a beer. That would be kunywa pombe. Pombe is a really alcohol or a beer. It's alcohol or a beer. And I was talking about fit. I was talking about sasa. If someone ever says sasa, it's also equivalent to mambo. Sasa, sasa is a hello, but you respond and say fiti is a hello, which is really not official. Someone can say sasa, and then you respond and say fiti, F-I-T-I, fiti. Fiti is derived from our feet. It's derived from our feet, the English word fit. If someone says fit, F-I-T, it means that, something which is fit, it's something which is okay. It's fine, it's okay. If someone says fiti, fiti is the response. It's a response. It's a reply. And therefore it would also be meaning okay. That is the way it would actually mean okay. And of course, using kunywa, yes, it's kunywa maji, kunywa soda. If someone says kunywa soda, it's also drink some soda. And of course, might also say kunywa maji, kunywa soda, kunywa supu.
Can you see my screen, Spike?
Yeah, I do see it. I see the images of Rastaland. I don't know about the Rastaland. I just saw it now.
This is Dar es Salaam and Rastaland. This is one of the things I want to put on the itinerary. We got a lot of expats going back to Rastaland over here in Dar es Salaam. It's a bar and art gallery right on the beach.
Yeah.
And it's right on the northern part of town right there.
I think I saw at the Jumbo Bungalows. At the Jumbo Bungalows, I think I also saw a Rasta flag on it. It probably also have some Rasta land on it as well on the Jumbo Bungalows.
Oh, over there. Over in Zanzibar.
Yeah,
that's over in Zanzibar. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it, because you got a lot of, like I said, you got a lot of Jamaican brothers going back home, either going to Ethiopia, Ghana, now Tanzania, because nobody wants to wear a goddamn mask. Everybody's realized, this thing's a sham, and you got a lot of Jamaicans, moving over to Tanzania, also parts of Kenya as well. But so they created this lovely bar and grill over there, right along the beach. I seen this. I seen these guys on a video there. These people. I don't know these two people. I don't really follow these cats here. We don't follow no, but I seen them do a video, and they were there. But I'd already known about the place. I'm like, hey, because these two cats are usually in Rwanda, right? These people are usually in Rwanda, not Tanzania. But I guess they went over to Tanzania because of Rwanda's lockdown. But they're there at Rastaland too. But it's right on the beach, right? That's them against. Yeah, that's them against. Right on the beach, and it's around the beach, and you got live music, great food, and just Africans and African diasporas coming together, talking. And
that
it's got this this amusement park thing out there. What do you say?
I'm saying, in case that would be a great spot in case Mr. LBN wants to convert into Rasta to be a Rastafarian. That would be.
Y'all got to keep a watch out for LBN. He might get lost or some shit. He might get lost. I don't want him to get lost. Like, make sure you stay close to you. I don't want him to get lost. End up in some village and they be some village. You don't know where the hell he at. But I can't wait to move to this part of just moved to Kenya and Tanzania back and forth permanently. I can really. I'm looking forward to actually finally relocating it in a few more years after we get everything set up. But yeah, I just want to show this. It's gonna be you're talking about out there on Paget. Yeah, I'm sure there's, like you said, you got a lot of just islanders, but the rosters are known for Jamaica because Bob Marley Rastafari is known. And coming from and if you're and if you come from Jamaica and Kenya and Tanzania, you don't need a visa. You don't need no visa. If you can just come to Tanzania and just settle. They don't allow nobody to do that. They don't. You can come in without a visa. And from Jamaica, they need to do that for us in America. God damn it! I know.
You will find the crackers are filling up. Jumping on the plane to get there. If that is what the crackers, the past.
They are. Like you said, they are. You got this white lady in Rasta land. Hey, look at me.
Yeah, they like to mess. They like to mess with the young, the young men in Africa around the coast of, the coast.
Young men are in great shape, Spike, and they want some African penis.
That is why you will find them all over. I see. Sister Kulena says the unapologetically nomads are in Tanzania now, and
that's who they are. Yeah, I don't know who they are. I know I've seen them. Let me get out of this thing. Who said that? Let me get out. Stop sharing. Who said that now?
Goldenheart. Sister Goldenheart says they are known as the unapologetically nomads.
Okay, yeah. I don't know nothing. Yeah, I don't know nothing about them. I know they were over in Rwanda. I guess they made, but I know people are gonna start going to Tanzania because they were in Rwanda. They would come to. I knew just like when they told me about they go black. He in Ghana. I said, "You gonna end up?" He said he's going to Tanzania. I said, "Watch they get to Tanzania. You'll stay. You'll just stay." That Kenya and Ted. I fell in love with these places. Yeah, but they're there. They seem like a pretty nice family. I don't know them, so I can't vouch for them. I don't know if they scammers or not. I don't know what they do or what they don't do. So I got nothing about. Is that the name of the channel? It's Unapologetic. Yeah, that's the name of the channel. Unapologetic No Mess. They've now relocated to Tanzania, right? They've relocated to Tanzania. They got the young daughter. And like I said, I knew they would love it. They love it. Because they were in Rwanda, but they got out of it because of the pandemic and that mask, right? So they relocated and found a nice home in Rwanda. Like they said, it's much cheaper. I mean, in Tanzania is cheaper than Rwanda. And like they live right over by the beach. I see them. And they making a lot of expat friends, right? A lot of expats. Calling Tanzania the promised land. I would say Tanzania and Kenya, and that because they're back and forth. I mean, that Spice Kitchen. I'm just saying it's a nice place. I've seen them there. I said, hey, them people at Rastaland. So I put that on part of the itinerary as well. Like I said, because Dar es Salaam is a huge city. It's huge. It's a big city. Spice gonna be complaining. Watch. I bet Spice gonna say it's hot.
Yeah, I always do say compared to Rwanda, the Rwanda weather is much more favorable.
That's what the daughter's saying. Spike, the daughter's like, she likes Rwanda best. She likes Spike. Their daughter like, I like Rwanda I like Tanzania, the beaches, but I like the weather of Rwanda. It's cooler.
So many mountains. There's so many mountains surrounding the area, and I think it's from the breeze or something. Not the mountains. I think they are the 1,000. It's called the city of 1,000 hills. There's so many hills around, and there's that particular breeze, and it's not good.
Yeah, exactly. I don't co-sign. I don't know those people. I don't co-sign none of them jokers because they know they have my name attached to. It's too many scam artists on YouTube. Black people. This the new Wild West hustling area. I'm already back and ready to go. So. Yeah, I got to talk to everybody about 3 weeks before. We're going to make sure everybody's got everybody's number. We're going to get everything scheduled, have a real itinerary. So what time everybody's landing, because I know Nish and G-Man will be there Sunday. I know Cammy and Spikes will be there Sunday. Everybody else mostly Monday morning, except for Angela. For Angela, I don't know why she always gets these flights when she comes in Monday night. I don't know why. Who? She always makes up her travel arrangement for this show. I said, let me make your travel arrangement. I don't know how you always come in on Monday night. People gonna be in their hotels chilling. They go to airport to get you. She coming like 12 o'clock at night on a Monday. I'm like, what kind of itinerary you setting, man? What you doing?
And then Monday night is when they might have issues like. But anyhow, I hope this particular time there will be a smooth sailing even for her. It wouldn't be any problem like they.
Oh yeah. I'm sure I'll get this. It's gonna be. I'm jealous. You guys have a wonderful time. Wonderful time. Everybody there. Gonna be in you guys gonna have a wonderful time. Like you can meet up with those guys if they're not funny. See, you never know. Just like that lady said, I showed up, people got acting funny. They be on they dipping on their YouTube channels. And I tell you that's a fact. I done met a lot of these crackpots and coops. They're different on these channels because that's phony. They make it that's being a image. I'm real and all my flaws, but on the YouTube channel, that's just an image. That's not what the fuck these people say. I'm in Tanzania. Well, I don't know. I can't be fucking with you. I got things to do. Good luck to you. I said, nah, you ain't got to worry about that. My people are already on the ground who speak the language. So you ain't got to worry about none of that. So I make sure let's hook up with these people when you get there. Now, fuck all that. Because these people always be phony. Always. That's always my image. Always usually 9 times out of 10, they're usually phonies. So no, Spikes will be there. Cammy will be there. I think Maria says she still want to come. We'll see. I don't know. When they say Spikes and Cammy and Maria, they speak the languages. So it's not like nobody's gonna flake out on you. No kind of goofy shit. We go ahead, Spikes. Let me just get you go and finish.
I was talking about yeah, people might be different, from
they're different, Spikes. They're different. Everybody, like that Lance Scurv goofy nigga, man. They call me every day. They threw me on the bus. He's over in Ghana with his weird ass. And she mentioned a weird ass too. She went to call that lady from Houston. He's hooked up with that sister y'all over there. Every time I was around him, there was a comment around that nigga. Every time. Every time he's hooked with comment.
Let's resume with the class. Yeah. And of course, our family will just getting to talk about how you can say hello to a group of people. You can say hamjambo, and you can also say nimewasalimu. That is what we were learning about. You can say nimewasalimu, and it's also good to know how to introduce yourself. You can say jina langu ni Spikes, jina langu, which is my name. Jina langu ni. I said ni is for is. Most of the time ni is for is. Therefore, if you say jina langu ni, jina langu ni. So that would be my name is, and then you insert your name there. If you say jina langu ni Spikes, that would be the way to introduce yourself. Jina langu ni. You can also use another way of introducing yourself. You can say ninaitwa ni. Ninaitwa. Like I said earlier, ninaitwa is a phrase which means my name is, all I am called. Actually, it is I am called, but I'm called is broken English, but it's translated into Swahili, into ninaitwa Spikes. If you say ninaitwa Spikes, if you say hujambo kaka, for example, if you say hello to someone, maybe you're introducing yourself and say hujambo kaka, and then continue to say hujambo kaka, ninaitwa Spikes. Like it would be hujambo. Hujambo is hello, so you'd have to say hujambo kaka, which is hello brother. Hujambo kaka, ninaitwa Spikes kutoka Nairobi. That will be hello brother. My name is let me just translate directly into ninaitwa. Translates into I am called, or my name is Spikes. My name is Spikes from Nairobi, That is how you would actually say. If you said kutoka, if someone says kutoka means kutoka means from. All kutoka also has another meaning. Kutoka also means kutoka also means to leave, to get out, to get out. Kutoka. If someone says kutoka, it could mean either from, or it could also mean to get out, kutoka. And therefore, if you say na jina langu ni, you can also say hujambo dada, or hujambo dada, hujambo dada. Jina langu, which is my name. Jina langu ni is, will be hello sister. My name is, and then you continue. And now if you say your name is blah blah blah, and then kutoka simply means
No, let me say something. Like that dude, he's going back to Nairobi, right? That Go Black to Africa dude, right? I got no problem with him, but I wouldn't fuck with him either, right? I reached out to him and said, well, since you're gonna be in Nairobi, why don't you go by the studio? We'll do an interview with you, right? Well, are you gonna pay me? I said, pay you to do an interview? No, I'll send a car for you. Well, I don't get time. I'm not gonna get paid. What the fuck is you talking about? So I didn't mention that. I don't be getting once I see you, man, I'm like, all that shit you talk on your videos, bullshit. That's all bullshit. Behind the scenes, when I talk to you, it's a whole different story, right? Am I gonna pay you?
Get him some money.
Yeah, am I gonna pay you to do an interview? Ain't you meet with the African Tigers or these other he's meet with them because their YouTube channel was bigger. He was using them so they get some publicity from them, help his YouTube channel. I said, nah, dude, I won't be fucking with you no more. I won't be fucking with you no more. No more. I don't ever, that's why we right now we smaller now, so I won't say nothing. Anybody really come to the Swahili class. But nah, that's why I didn't call him out. That when you asked me, Spikes, is he gonna show up? I just said nah. Because behind the scenes, motherfucker said, was I gonna pay for him?
Yeah, I need that check.
Pay this motherfucker to do an interview. I said, what? Pay you to do an interview, motherfucker? I'll send a car for you. Come to the studio. I'm not in business. You gonna pay? What is you talking about? You had no problem going to see the African Tigers and the other dude, the African
channel. Yeah, I think you'd also go do an interview with BBC or CNN or whomever, so long as the numbers allow. But anyhow, that's.
I was like, what? Pay you? I said, nah. Last time I'll be fucking with you. That's it. That bullshit shit you talk on your channel is all bullshit. It's bullshit. Well, I tell you, man, these motherfuckers be different on these channels. I'm done with you. I don't need it. I don't want. Yes, you do. You ask me about some money to go do a fucking interview? Are you insane?
Just in Nairobi, and even the studio actually, from the CBD would actually be, $50 to the studio. But anyway,
yeah, $50. You go Spikes $50. But listen, no, Spikes, he wanted to be paid. He wanted to be paid. There's other cats other cats in Nairobi already known Spikes like the African time, so they got a bigger footprint there. It was to grow his channel, Spikes. The niggas are phony. He's all these phony niggas, man. That's what they are.
Anyhow,
I give him credit. He's doing good work, showing the content. I'm good with it. But would I ever fuck with him on a personal level? Fuck no. Fuck no.
General Mosquito.
Go ahead.
General Mosquito, thank you so much for joining us on the show. You're saying Jambo, everyone. Jambo to you.
Jambo, General Mosquito up there in
the UK.
Ain't no Swahili class, brother. Keep talking. Yeah, I'm getting up here. I just wanted to bring that up because we were talking about people, and I don't back no people, right? Because every time I reach out, I always find some shady shit every time. So I'm just giving somebody I didn't mention at all. He's got good footage. But what I fuck with on a personal level, hell no.
I'm,
You go ahead.
I'm saying if at all you happen to attend the FBA conference last year, meet up with all those YouTubers, you'd actually be shocked, from the vibe. Perhaps you'd have gotten from that conference. You remember there was a conference last year. I think that was an FBA conference or another ADOS
Yeah,
conference.
the FBA, some of that fraudulent shit that Tariq put on. Yeah,
Yeah, the meeting.
It was in the it was in the dark, and Bubba was hungry for 3 hours.
the meet and greet. Anyhow, let me continue the classes, our family. let me continue with the class, family. I was talking about how you really introduce yourself in Swahili.
Yeah. I'm coming back on tonight because I'm gonna come back tonight to the show. Then we're gonna go on the radio and party. We're gonna party tonight after the show. So go ahead.
Let's make sure you still have your voice. I was saying that you can introduce yourself simply by saying Zina langu ni, Zina langu, Jina. Zina is a name, simply. Let me just put it down. Zina is a name. Zina is a name. Zina is a name. And therefore, if you say Zina langu is my name. Zina langu is simply my name. Langu is simply my name. My name. I also said earlier that we do have, we can also use yangu. I said earlier that you can also use yangu. Yangu is is mine, simply means mine. Mine, you can say kalamu yangu. You can say kalamu yangu. That is to show ownership or to show relation. Kalamu yangu, I said it earlier. Kalamu yangu, which is my pen, or kitabu changu, which is my book. Kitabu changu, which is my book. And therefore, when you're talking about showing perhaps ownership or relationship, you can also use it. If you said mama yangu, mama is for mom. If you said mama yangu is my mother. That shows relation. And of course, you can also say dada yangu. Dada yangu is my sister. My sister. You can also say kaka yangu. Kaka yangu is for my brother. For example, if you were to say kaka yangu anakungoza, or dada yangu, let me just use an example in a sentence. Dada yangu anakuita. Dada yangu anakuita simply would be my sister is calling you, calling for you. That would be how you would simply say dada yangu, mama yangu anakuita, baba yangu is for my father, dada yangu, babu yangu. We have talked about the members of the family. Let me just refresh our memory. The members of the family do have the mother, which is mama, the father, which is baba, the son, or the baby, the child is mtoto. Of course, we do have the sister is dada, the brother is kaka, you can also say ndugu. For the cousin, you do say binamu. Binamu for the cousin. Sorry, binamu, not bimamu, it's binamu. I think I got the wrong spelling. It's binamu is for the cousin. Of course, if you're thinking about the aunt, we do say shangazi for the aunt. Shangazi is for the aunt. And therefore, if you do say shangazi yangu, you can also say shangazi yangu or shangazi wangu. Shangazi yangu would be my aunt. Shangazi yangu would be my aunt. Shangazi yangu would be my aunt. And if you say mjomba is an uncle. If you say mjomba wangu, mjomba is the uncle. Mjomba is an uncle. And you can say my uncle, mjomba wangu. You can say mjomba wangu, which is my uncle. Mjomba wangu, which is my uncle. And if you think about the grandfather is babu. Babu is for the grandfather. Babu is for the grandfather. The grandfather is for babu is for the grandfather. And if you're thinking about the grandmother, we normally do say nyanya. Nyanya is for the granny. Nyanya is simply for the granny in Swahili. And you can say nyanya yangu. It's a double N. I think I missed the N. Yeah, it's a double N. You can say nyanya yangu. That is simply how you say. And nyanya also means tomatoes. I've said sometimes back, nyanya also means tomatoes. If you say kitungu na nyanya, now you of course we learn that na is a connector. Na is a connector, which means and. And if you say kitungu, kitungu is the onion. Kitungu is simply the onion. Kitungu, if you're in the kitchen, kitungu is the onion. Onion. And therefore, if you were to say kitungu na nyanya, the onion and tomatoes, kitungu na nyanya, you'd say kitungu na nyanya. Na simply means and. It would be the onion and tomatoes, onion and tomatoes, whichever. Depends on where you school at. And of course, those are some of the things that you have to remember, and if you also you can introduce yourself, you can say habari mzee or habari mama. Jina langu ni Spikes, habari mama, jina langu ni Spikes. And we have of course learned that you can take the composition a little bit a step further. And you can say hujambo mama, jina langu ni Spikes. Ningependa kununua matunda. Ningependa kununua matunda. If it's a lady selling some fruits, matunda is a fruit. Matunda is a fruit in the market. Matunda is for the fruits. And you can also go and have a conversation. You can say habari yako mama or hujambo mama. Hujambo mama. You can say hujambo mama. Jina langu ni Spikes. Ningependa simply means I would like. I would like. That is I would like. Ningependa. You already figure that penda is to like or love. Now penda is like all love, So you say I would like. Ningependa kununua matunda. Nunua is a buy. Nunua matunda. If someone says nunua is a verb. It means to buy. And the opposite of nunua is uza. That is uza is really to sell. But if you say ningependa kununua matunda, it means I would like to buy some fruits. Of course, we learned that if someone extends to you some courtesy, if someone you responds to your request, you can simply say asante to them. Asante or shukran, which means thanks. Asante or shukran. Shukran, which means thanks. If someone says asante sana, if someone says asante sana, they are simply emphasizing and they're saying they are very, very much thankful, and they would they're showing their appreciation. They are appreciative of what you have done to them. Or they can also say shukran, and that is a way you do say it. Ndio is a way to say yes. Ndio is a way to say yes. And thank you so much for reminding us, Sister Nish. Ndio. That is a way to say it. If someone says ndio dada Nish, that means yes, Sister Nish. Ndio. If someone says hapana, or hapana, all la, it means hapana. Sorry, hapana. What did I do? Open something. Cancel. Hapana, or la, or hapana, or la. It simply means no. And yeah, like Anish Penda, yeah, exactly. That was General Mosquito. We are winding up the class for today. We were just getting to refresh a little bit on what we have learned earlier, and just getting to refresh a little bit of our memories. And I do believe that you have learned something even today, or you have gotten to remind yourself of something. And I want to thank everyone for joining us on the class for today. Tomorrow we continue with the same. And I remember to check out Keith on the Mr. Blackwood Fair show as well. I think there will also be a basement charming show, enjoying the music on the website. Remember, you can do all that on the website. It's www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. I believe this is the last Saturday in February, and I want to wish you a happy coming new month of March. But we shall still be here tomorrow to discuss about more Swahili, or to learn more Swahili. Thank you so much, Sister Nish, General Mosquito, asante sana. Kid, thank you so much. Who was with us? Sister Golden Heart, asante sana. Golden Heart is simply roho ya dhahabu. In moyo is heart, moyo or roho, moyo or roho is a heart. And therefore, if you say moyo or dhahabu, moyo, we learned that moyo wa dhahabu, all roho, yeah, dhahabu is called dhahabu. That will be simple translation for a golden heart, and that would be a simple translation of a golden heart. Golden heart. For general mosquito, I'm trying to interpret a general mosquito into Swahili, but a mosquito is simply known as a humble. MBU. MBU simply means mosquito. So generally is a difficult. But anyhow, thank you so much for everyone that has joined us on the broadcast for today. I want to appreciate everyone. Yes, you can actually use this particular link that Sister Nish has shared with us to be able to, to listen to the music and also the conversation today later on the show. And I'm trying to look for that link. I think it disappeared. Sister Nish did put in that link. I think it disappeared. Where did the link go to? Yeah, you can use the link, or you can simply just go to Ashanti's one. I'll always remember. Yeah, it's easy. It might be confused for the Ashanti, but it's Ashanti. But nonetheless, Kwaheri. Kwaheri is goodbye. Kwaheri is goodbye. And I hope to see you tomorrow as we continue with our class for tomorrow. Until next time, much peace and love. I want to say once again, Kwaheri. This is Black Fire Radio.